What is up, guys? DZ.
Courtney's dead. And today we're coming at you with another Sims video. This is a how-to. So anyone who's familiar with Sims knows that this video is actually on gardening. It's a tips and how-to on gardening, to the best of our knowledge anyways. Anyone who's familiar with Sims will know that there are certain plants you can get in the game, and there's other plants that you have to go out in the world to find, if that makes any sense.
You can't, so you don't just start off with all of them. You got to collect some of them and find some of them.
As you can see here, you can buy some from the planter. I have some extra options because I do have, these are from the vampire pack, but it will say purchase seeds. You'll go to that. We'll bring this up. Let's say you buy starter vegetables. There's usually 3, sometimes there's 4 in fruits, maybe if you're lucky. You'll get different ones. And that's just the baseline of it. So as you'll see here, this is on our vampires account. I quite enjoy gardening, so this is just something I like to do on my Sims. So as you can see up here, here's my garden. Ta-da!
It's so organized looking.
I tried. I accidentally forgot a planter over here, but that's okay. So you'll have, this is a starter. You can get that out of the seed packet. There's a couple hidden. They're not very well hidden. Snapdragons, lilies, and bluebells. There's a handful of them that are just laying around. You can go to pretty much any location.
You pick them up in the wild, take them home and plant them. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So right now, I just got one that is actually a brand new one to me. As you can see, I've got my collection. It's quite a work in progress. I keep going off the balcony here. I'll try to switch this. Okay, so chrysanthemums, snapdragons, these 2 you can get from the starter pack.
Okay. This
one, again, if you go to the Oasis Springs Park or the Willow Park, you can find a lot of the basic ones. They're not uncommon. They're very easy to come across. There are some harder ones, and we are going to touch on that. But as you can see, I've got a handful. I've got an orchid, dragon fruit, grapes. I've got a whole assortment of things here. So as you can see,
and the reason why
if you scroll through
what's the other reason you have them again? Don't you make a certain drink with the vampires and stuff, so you have all these?
Yeah, actually, it works like that food-wise, too. In terms of, there's certain meals you want to cook, you can pay, but if you have the ingredients, you can just make them.
See, because I thought, what's the point of having a garden? And then once I noticed that you actually could grow all the ingredients that you needed, you don't have to go look for them. It's like, wow, that's super beneficial.
You're absolutely right. I'll show you. So if we weren't vampires and human food didn't make me sick, I could go down to this, go to cook. It'll pull this up. As you can see, I need to pay my bills. I was out looking for flowers, sorry guys.
I need to pay my bills.
But it'll say here, any fruit.
Okay.
So as long as I have like a plantain
and then
strawberries
or vegetables. That's really neat.
Exactly. So you do need some fresh ingredients to make certain things. So once you get to level 7, no, 6, 5.
4,
once
3, 2, 1.
you start gardening, you will get
at a
an option where when you click on it, fertilize, I believe, is quite early on. You'll get it around like 3 or 4. It will start bringing up take cutting. So if you take a cutting of that, I clicked on a potato plant, it will add it in my inventory. Just like,
as you can tell, we had a lot of stuff in the inventory, guys.
I know, that's the only thing. Gardening kind of clutters.
Right at the bottom there, potatoes, 24 of them, right?
I'm not looking for potatoes, unfortunately. I'll just bring her up here. We'll show you. As you can see, I have a plentiful amount of everything, so that's why my garden isn't harvested. Don't know why I'm wearing that, but anyways, I think it's workout clothes. Don't know what I was working out. Okay, well, I'm going to pause it so she doesn't walk away. So I've taken a cutting. So now what I can do is if I go to graft, I can pick said cutting. So those will appear in your inventory It'll be right here. It should have a star because I just added it. If you have more, if you click on this number at the top, it'll pull them up and it'll say, this is your potato one, this is your cherry one, in case you want to check if you've got what you need. So, you can go out and find certain ones. I'm going to tell you what those ones are. If you're looking for the tomato, you can go get it at Slipshod Mesquite. We need that. And we need the onion.
Okay.
So those are the only two we are missing at the moment. But if you're looking for the lemon or the blackberry, it is at Oasis Springs Park. If it's not there and you can't harvest it right away, if you just kind of take a moment, hit it on fast forward, kill some time,
Wander around kind of thing.
you got it. It should eventually replenish, and you'll be able to pick one, head home, and plant it. So I can actually show you guys that because I just picked some blackberries, and these are new to my garden. So I'm going to put those here.
I love that you can just drag and drop like this.
Now, obviously, if you guys have watched our playthrough, you guys will notice that we're doing the vampire ones. We are currently vampires.
Yes, we are.
There was a method to my madness in the gardening, but it's really annoying having to look all this stuff up, not knowing, going, is this even a thing? Am I looking in the right spot? So we're going to touch on that. So we'll show you the spot for the onion and the tomato because we need them. And the lemon and the cherry, both the parks. Again, you can find them just kind of scattered around. Even in some of the other locations, like if you go to in Oasis Springs at the very Bargain Bend, I believe is one of the lots. If you go down there, there's quite a few of them down there. I believe the potato is down there. There's a handful more. You can explore. I'll put all the information in the bottom if you guys are looking for something special. But the best part, and the reason I showed you the grafting, is because, as you can see, I have some plants here. I have a dragon fruit plant.
Okay.
Now, you can't get the seeds for that every once in a blue moon. Ironically, you can get one fishing. But, irrelevant. I found that out after I grew them and kind of went like, since when do you fish up fruit? But
I guess you're like fishing and you accidentally pull one up. Anyway.
I guess. So what you're going to want to do is grafting. So like I showed you guys with that potato, you just click take cutting. What you are going to want to do, there's a few different ones you can make. So the first one is the dragon fruit, and that's if you make the snapdragon, and if you write these down, it makes a huge difference. Very easy to figure out. You can do everything at once. It's very simple, guys.
We'll put it in the description for you guys.
You got it. But snapdragons and strawberries, graft those together. It'll say you're making a spliced plant. Next thing you know, you got a dragon fruit one.
Can you do random things? Like, can you do blueberries and potatoes and see what happens? Like, what happens with this, like, random stuff?
I actually haven't really tried that.
We'll try that one of our vampire playthrough, guys. We'll just play. I just randomly thought, because you were talking about potatoes and planting the blueberry, so I was like, oh.
There was a method to my madness of mine in terms of I was looking for something specific. I was trying to, when you make the dragon fruit, guys, here's another one. Another one is, well, there you go. There's two that don't mix.
A daisy and a rose?
A daisy and a rose. It just, it gives you both.
Oh, okay, like it'll just say, like...
You got it.
Gotcha.
So those are bluebells. I'm trying to find something here. These are bonsai buds. So if you want to make bonsai buds, you're just going to want to graft. Take a cutting from either a daisy or a strawberry. Have a planted daisy / strawberry, the opposite of whatever one you have a cutting of. And then just graft them together, and again, it will start off as a spliced plant. You can't do a whole lot with them, unfortunately, because there's some strange spliced plant. But when you harvest them, and you have it in your inventory, let's say the goldfish is from my spliced plant. It will show up in here. This will say it is a normal spliced plant, like my bonsai buds here. It's not a bonsai bud tree. It produces bonsai bud seeds. So I can plant those seeds and grow that tree, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So then, and the reason that's important is afterwards, once you've collected some of the bonsai buds, to make an orchid, you're going to want to put a lily and snapdragons, graft those together. Same procedure, guys. That's going to give you an orchid. And then after that, actually another one for you guys. Pomegranate trees. You do that by splicing an apple and cherries. So you don't even need a cherry tree. You can find one in the wild. If it's not ready to harvest, just take a cutting, go home, put it on your apple tree. Easy peasy. You can
so
easily
like
unlock the pomegranate. You gotcha. So when you have all of these spliced plants, the unlockable plants, what you're going to want to do is then splice them together. So when you splice the pomegranate and the orchid, you're going to get this lovely thing right here. Just got to find it. A death flower tree. If you splice together, what is my last one here?
Oh, that sounds pretty intimidating.
You better believe it is. And the last one is for the cowplant. You're going to want to splice together a dragon fruit and a snapdragon. We'll have a video just on the cowplant, but that's how you do it. You can start it yourself, see how it works. Cowplant's a very strange part of the game. We'll get to that in a later episode.
I've got a perplexed look on my face too because I don't know what you're talking about. But alright, we'll get there. Be excited,
like and subscribe for that in the future, near future, guys. So, with that being said, we have all the neat trees we have. I'm just collecting. They're not even necessary. I just like to have them all. I mean, who wouldn't? If you have a garden, it's it's like eating the same three things.
It's like a Mr. Clean tree. It's a shining lemon tree.
Exactly. So that means you can evolve them. So if you notice your garden's getting really sparkly, so you can see I have a normal lemon tree.
Okay.
So I'll come up here and evolve it. My gardening's got up to level 10 because I've been binging on it entirely. Okay. It should go from normal here.
Will it visually change appearance as well?
Not really.
Like all of a sudden
there
the
is
lemons
an
are the size of like golf balls or something?
I don't know why she's not doing it. What am I doing? Okay. Normal. Now it's a nice lemon tree. There's the animation. It took a while to catch up. So now I'm just going around and doing that.
Taking care of the plants.
You got it. Apparently they go up to excellent. Mine are only up to very nice, but again, I've just binged this in a couple hours of gameplay to get all these different ones. Anything strange and neat looking, probably from the vampire add-on. Again, these are just for my collection. I actually just got this one randomly, didn't need it, lemon tree, and the blackberries. Don't need either of those. I just thought, hey, why not? I'm gonna add them to the collection.
I'm excited about this cowplant still as well. I see that as part of an aspiration. I know you don't want to give too much away, so I'll just wait. I'll wait for the next.
And while you're doing this, guys, as we mentioned, you can switch aspirations. So even though we're doing a vampire gameplay and I'm working on Master Vampire now, I just switched over to botanist because I've been doing so much gardening. So I need to get some plants to excellent. As you guys can see here, I'll give you a sneak peek of the cowplant. That's a mosquito trap, again from the vampires. Here's our cowplant. Doesn't look like much yet, guys. You'll see what that is in the near future. But
I got a dumb look on my face, but that's intimidating.
So yeah, I think that's it. If there's anything we missed or anything you're looking for, hopefully that. It's not a dead cow head. You'll see. So like I said, guys, we do actually need something right now. So I'll show you how easy it is to do so. We're just going to travel by myself. We're vampires. I can be out in the sunlight all the time. I'm a Grandmaster.
Grandmaster Vampire, not of like the clan or something weird like that.
Yeah, exactly. So these, I tend to have a lot of luck here. There's a lot of city area and whatnot here, so it's a little bit more hit and miss.
A little more desolate in the plant department.
But what you actually, guys, I'll show you here. So this is the park where I told you you could get the lemon tree, the blackberries. I'm pretty sure there's a cherry tree there. If there's not, definitely try Willow Creek Park. You can get a pear tree there. I don't have one yet. Again, not necessary. You don't need to waste all your time looking for all these silly random things. I'll show you guys where, if you guys are looking for the potato, correct me if I'm wrong, but it should be right down here, right down by Bargain Bin. These people have kind of a, it's not fenced in the game. You can go over there. They have a potato plant, so you can go over there.
Gotcha. So you just borrow one of their potatoes.
Basically, yeah, you just harvest it once. Theirs will keep growing. You don't do anything to it.
No negative connotations, eh?
No,
They just let
all
you have
is
a
well in
potato.
the
Right
world.
on.
But right now, we need an onion and a tomato.
Yes. So we're on the hunt for the onion and the tomato.
Onion and tomato. So right now, I've done the research, and there's something here we're looking for. So we just gotta find it.
You looked it up prior to...
You got it. Again, guys, we're gonna put all the locations below, so you can save yourself some time.
Yeah. You can just watch
Pre-plan
it,
out.
look it up at the end, or look it up at the beginning.
got
Whatever floats your boat. Hopefully at the end.
Again, like a little notebook to jot them down is really handy, because when you get splicing plants, it's so silly, but to get some of the perks, especially to get a cow plant, you're needing to splice the plants anyways. So.
Okay. I'm excited about this cow plant.
Do you want a hint? It's fun but deadly.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Fun but deadly. That didn't give too much away. Holy.
Well, it's a plant. What can it do, right?
Oh, I'm falling asleep with the load screens.
It's all load screens. Also, on the topic of cooking, since gardening kind of goes hand in hand with it, you guys didn't know one thing that's cool. If you have the city expansion pack, they have new little huts that you can get food. If you go there and try the food and you're a cooking sim, you can get the recipe for it so you can cook it. So we are at Agave Abode, whatever.
Okay.
So as you see there, we got a sage bush, not what we're looking for. Strawberries.
Yeah. Crystal meth plant.
Chrysanthemums.
Yeah, that's his main ingredient, crystal meth. That's Chrysanthemum and then Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. Christopherson plants.
Well, they've got cowhead plants or whatever. They probably could freaking have Chris Christopherson plants. You zoom in, the little Chris Christopherson head there.
So as you can see, my sim's literally going over to pick that onion right now. Just a matter of knowing where it is. You just get browse around for a couple seconds. Bam, done.
And Court's got the keen eye, but you can just let your mouse hover over it, right?
I tend to just scroll the borderline. They're very rarely just like in the middle of a park or in the middle of the neighborhood. They're
Is that why you said
kinda...
stay away from like the cities kind of thing if you're looking for plants and stuff? Because obviously, like, you're not going to walk down the street.
Plus, they're more or less new expansion packs. Also, guys, if you're into the gardening thing, there's a new herbalism trait, and you can check it out in our Let's Go Camping video if you check out our channel. But when we go camping, we picked a bunch of new mushrooms, new plants, new poisonous berries.
Because we literally basically were making jokes about being on a scavenger hunt while we were working while we were on our vacation.
You got it. So
yes.
If you're into the planting, there's lots of stuff in vampires and the camping version. And to be honest, guys,
terrible camping. Well, it wasn't terrible camping.
I did not know, but there's a tomato here. This is why it's kind of good to scroll the area.
So we got two birds stoned at once, eh?
Exactly, and you'll see here it's not ready to harvest.
Talk to plant.
Which is unfortunate. Once you get to a certain level,
can
you
hurry
can
up
talk to your plants.
Oh yeah, harvest.
And it's that age-old. Just talking to plants out, blah blah blah. I did a science experiment on that once. But I'm basically just waiting for it to grow anyway, so I thought might as well. Usually I find the next sunlight, you'll be able to find it. Regardless. So right there, we can already see we found most of what we're looking for.
Yeah, you say we needed what? Onions and tomatoes, right? Now we're gonna hopefully get.
Yeah, and we have both those now. So we honestly, all we need is a pear. So we're gonna pop over to Oasis Park at some point. We're at Oasis Park, Willow Creek Park sometime. Pop over there, wait for a pear tree to
Respawn.
give us some pears, and then we're going to get that.
And then we're gonna grow a cow plant.
You got it.
So is that one in our front yard? Is that already fully grown or no?
With that tomato plant. Am I talking to random plants now?
You lost it.
I
You've
lost
gone
it.
crazy. You've gone crazy.
Did I not find a tomato?
It was right there.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. Okay.
I'm not.
Too much of them Chrysanthemum
I'm sorry, guys.
plants, and it just messes with your head.
I worked today. It's been a long day. I'm just puttering around in Sims, and like I said, I spent way too much time looking
Talking to
around
plants.
for these things, talking to plants, trying to make them grow. So this has just been our tips and tricks. As you can see here, we can find most of them in this spot right here. So if you check out the parks, go to Bargain Bend.
Is that a lemon tree?
Yeah. So if you
Oh,
need
it
a
is.
lemon, there's a lemon tree.
So this park had a lot of resources actually. Like
The parks are actually really good. There's a couple random ones. I believe I found the onion on the side of a road before. I don't know, or the tomato. Maybe it is. Anyways, they're scattered around. I'm going to put the locations down below for you guys, so you don't have to look them up. But this has been a gardening tips with Courtney's Dead and Deedsy. I may be dead, but I can make plants live and grow and prosper. Look at us go. Look at us go. So,
that has been Hippie Thug Gaming, I guess.
it has.
I say I guess because I didn't know if the video was over, but
Yeah, it is. I'm getting thirsty.
this
Vampire struggle.
works up a thirst, guys.
That
And
garden.
I'm not talking about the vampire kind either. Oh, did you see? That was a good one. Like thirst, like a vampire's thirst for blood, but we're thirst for liquid. But anyway, guys, that has been a tips and tricks in gardening with Courtney. Where to find the onions, tomatoes, and other various fruits and vegetables.
You got it, guys. So, peace.
Love. All right, guys.
Hey, guys. We were out looking for our pear. And we came back home to a surprise.
We did indeed.
So, to finale our gardening video, the Cowplant.
That thing is so sick looking. It's got udders on its chin.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a Cowplant,
my goodness.
quite literally. So you can walk up, pet, play with it.
Here, I
does
thought it was
whatever.
a dead cow head, and it looks like one of those dogs with its hair over its eyes.
I
And
think
got
it's a
udders
big
on its
cutie. But, tip, you can get rid of it whenever afterwards. Like right now, part of my thing is to grow cow plants. Now I just need some excellent plants. But, as you can see, it's big and mean
That's so
looking.
neat looking.
So when it gets hungry, it sticks its tongue out and it's got like a piece of cake on it. And Sims will walk by, and if Sims are hungry, they'll be like, oh cool, a piece of cake, and they get eaten by the cow plant. So it is dangerous. Dieter and I are hoping, because this is our vampire playthrough, we aren't going to get eaten. It won't matter. We don't go outside a lot anyways.
And we don't like human food, so hopefully we won't be tempted by the evil trickery of the cow plant.
Yeah, so if we find urns in our front yard, we'll know it's a cow plant. We might be forced to get rid of them.
A whole bunch of dirty old urns in our front yard of people
I don't
that it's
know.
killed.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh, what
I'll
a
try to
savage.
keep it fed, guys. But cow plant, this has been a gardening video. P.S. So, don't forget to like and subscribe.